Don't talk yet, man. I haven't even introduced you. Just chill out. Don't get excited. I know it's your first live stream, but let me say hello to the folks here first. Anyways, haven't seen you guys in a long time. I think the last time I saw you guys was when we were wrapping up season 1 and announcing the grand champion over there, but that's old times. We're here right now. We're here for season 2 of Lights On right here, presented by the International Gloving League, aka IGL, which is known, or which can be found at gloving.com, and sponsored by our good friends over at Beverages. Now, before we kick it off, I'd like to introduce you to this guy right here. Why don't you tell him your name and what you're doing here?
Hey everyone, my name is Dylan Cook. I go by Wheat, and I'm the competition coordinator over at Lights On for season 2.
All right, and how long you been in the gloving scene for? How long you been exposed to this whole scene?
Since 2012.
Hear that? 2012. He was friends with Fry.
It's a true story.
If you're friends with Fry, you're pretty important. Anyways, no. On the real though, Dylan was actually very involved with season 1. He was doing a lot of the behind the scenes work in order to make sure, you know, everything on the website and all that stuff ran really smoothly. He works with me and the team here full time now, and for season 2, he is playing a much larger role. So all of you competitors out there definitely know who this guy is. He is the competitions coordinator, and he is the one communicating with you guys all the important details during each of the rounds. He's the one enforcing the rules and the guidelines of the competition, clarifying things for you, just providing all the support you need. And so for all you non-competitors out there, get familiar with his name, Dylan Cook. Can you actually just spell that out right there? Because I want them to really know who this guy is.
Thanks everyone.
Yeah. Anyways, you'll be seeing a lot more of his name, probably in Glover's Lounge, along with me. You know, we're just always in there trying to get back to you guys as fast as possible about the competition, about the IGL in general. You know, there's all this cool stuff on there now. So whatever you guys need, just hit one of us up, and you know, we're fast. We're gonna get back to you, and we just like to move quick. So, anyways, let's just move straight into the stream for today. Yeah, what are we covering during the stream?
Well, we got some season 2 details for you guys. We're also going to be highlighting some of the matches from the first round from each of the brackets. And we're also going to be announcing the top 32 and all the matchups that are going with that.
Damn, today's very exciting.
A lot of information.
And I know all the results right here, but you know how I do it. I just don't spill the beans right away. We got a few things to talk through. Let's recap. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to let you do the recapping then, because you're prepared with these cards. You did your homework.
Oh, all right. So we have 4 brackets this season, which means we have 1 open bracket for anyone can enter that, and we have 3 challenger brackets. These are out there, so these can be for everyone to compete in. This is for all skill levels, and there's no sponsored glovers allowed in this bracket. Each bracket has 64 people in them, along with the open bracket having a prize pool of $2,500, and each challenger bracket having a prize pool of $1,000, adding up to a total of $5,500 in prizes. And if you want to go over the judges we have for each of the brackets.
Yeah, let's talk about the judges we have for these brackets. So for the open bracket and the first challenger bracket, so we refer to the challenger brackets as because there's 3 of them, there's C1, C2, and C3. There is no difference in terms of skill level or anything across these brackets. They're all the same. We just labeled them that way because it's easy for us and the competitors and hopefully for you guys to understand. But let's go into the judges. For the open bracket and the C1 bracket, we have Vincent Van Flo, who is coming back from season 1 to judge season 2. We have Jest. Yeah, everyone knows who Jest is. And then third, we have Havoc, who is from TNT. He's an impactor. A lot of you guys definitely know him as well. He's an admin in Glover's Lounge, very experienced. Super happy with this panel. Did a great job judging. Anyways, they are judging open bracket and C1. Within C2 and C3, we got Puppet. Everyone knows who Puppet is. No introduction needed. And then we got Mez. If you're into that clocking stuff, you know, whatever that stuff is, my poor attempt, then you know who Mez is. Also, Puppet's very good friend from Hawaii, Aloha Nation. And finally, we have Lust, also known as Mary Tippins. She has a very versatile style. She, you know, I think originally was a lot of tech and tutting, and now she's become an awesome impactor. And you know me, I love my impactors. But point being, we got a really strong panel of judges, very trusted and very diverse set of judges from all parts of the community coming together to make this, you know, just a super duper legit competition. And that's that. So anything else we should add on to that, or is that the rundown of season 2 here?
I think that's the rundown of season 2. I think we should check out some of the highlights from the challenger brackets.
Yeah, let's check out some of the highlights. And let's start off with challenger bracket number 1, also known as C1. Me and Dylan decided to go with this Glover specifically because you know, he wasn't really well known in season 1, but he made a huge wave, not only in the gloving community, but really got his country noticed. And it's none other than...
It's Long.
Everyone loves Long. Let's check out his video. And style's actually changed quite a bit, and it's just amazing how much this guy has grown from the beginning of season 1 up until this video. So let's run it. You know, right off the bat, what I noticed about Long's show this time right here, he cleaned up a lot and is a lot more precise, I would say.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell he's been really training and working hard on just perfecting his craft. And overall, like, I'm a huge Long fan. I love his musicality. I love what he brings from he's a dancer originally.
Yep. Yeah, and what I noticed here too is he was using a lot of blinky sets, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
In the beginning of season 1, and here he's using a much more solid set. I can't tell exactly what it is, but it looks like it's a a strobe style set. And it just brings out his moves and the trails a lot more and makes his show a lot more defined. And here he comes with that, you know, dancer's musicality, just hitting those beats, especially the little details.
You have to really practice to hit those points.
You have to practice because those little things, they look so simple to do, but to actually hit them with that much precision, it's tough. And I think that's what makes really great glovers good, is they make things look easy, even though in reality they are not easy. They take hours and days and months to practice. And I feel like Long is getting there. And oh, that move right there reminded me of Fry when he would do that thing with his
yeah, your pinky and your thumb.
Yeah. What I like about this show is the variety that he put into, and there it is. So he didn't repeat himself, at least not to my knowledge, throughout that entire show. From the beginning to the end, it was a very clear story. There's a variety of concepts. And like I said, the one thing that stuck out to me, the guy cleaned up a lot. So I'm excited to see his growth. Hopefully if he makes it throughout season 2. And if he doesn't, I know he's gonna go back to the lab and hit it harder and harder.
Yeah. I'm just glad to see we have the international competition out there. Represent Vietnam. Good job for you, Long.
Speaking of international, we have a lot more international glovers this season.
Yeah.
I think we have somewhere from like 12 to 15, which is really awesome to see because in season 1, I think we had maybe 3 to 4. And so, yeah, I'm excited to just continue to grow this competition as future seasons come and see what other international heat comes out of it. And, you know, I want to see you guys put yourselves on the map. But anyways, let's move on to C2. Who do we got?
For C2, we have Big Mac, and he's coming all the way from Florida. Cameraman, can you load that up for us?
Yeah, and Big Mac, I didn't know who this guy was, but damn, the judges told me to watch out for his video, so I want you guys to watch out for this video because everyone likes that low-key heat. Let's do it. And before we head straight into the video, You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys watch it. Because I realize you guys don't have a timestamp in front of you, so I can't tell you to watch out for it. But he does this thing at 1 minute 40 seconds, which super simple looking, but added so much power to the show.
Oh yeah. One thing I want to highlight is he actually has a very nice glove set here. I like the fact that his pinky and his thumbs are both on that blinky green.
Yeah. This glove set honestly reminds me of an old school glove set of when everyone was using Inovas and they could only buy 2 colors, you know, and they put some of the Inovas on like that second dot mode, and then everything else was, you know, on whatever it was. And it's just so simple, but it looks great. But let's talk about his actual flow. For an up-and-comer, or, you know, I don't know how long he's been gloving, I should have looked at that, but, you know, he's just clean.
Yeah, look at these whips right now.
He looks like he knows what he's doing. And his tech, to me, it seems very precise with just the right amount of flow, so it doesn't look too stiff. The way he paces his show is nice. I can see every little movement, every little detail. He's not trying to rush through concepts.
Yeah, and he transitions out of all of his concepts well. He's never getting stuck or hung up on anything that he was doing before.
Yep, I agree.
And I believe the part you're talking about is coming up soonish.
Is it? All right, I'm gonna be quiet and watch out for this.
Should be here.
Right there. So, that little shaky move, look, you guys are probably like thinking like, oh, what was that? That was nothing. To me, he pulled it off at the right time with the right amount of execution, and it just added that much more to the show for me. Now, did it add to the scorecard? I have no idea. I didn't judge this. However, if I did, in terms of like style and musicality points, that is just that little thing that you can do that your competitor might forget to do that just gives you that extra point that you might need to win. And so it's the little things like that that I think that do count, and he just pulled it off so well. So, dude, Big Mac, honestly, I got my eye on you. Now I know who you are. We're gonna keep an eye out. Hopefully you progress through season 2. We'll find out in a little bit, but bam. And then let's move on to the next person. C3, we got
All the way from Delaware, we got True Story, spelt with a 3.
TRU3 story, and let's just run it. Let's just run it and let's see. He reminds me of a very established glover, but let's see if we can figure that one out. 3, 2, 1, play it, camera guy. All right, so right away with that dramatic intro, right? Clear beginning to his light show.
And that's something a lot of people are forgetting. You need an intro, you need an end.
Yeah, because it's a story. All right, so to me, I was gonna say, he reminds me of Mega Sloth, and I'm not talking about the actual concepts or the moves he does. I'm talking about the vibe he gives off. It feels very methodical, very intentional. He takes his time with every move to make sure that you see it and you feel it, but it doesn't feel like he's hesitating. It just moves with it.
And it's nice, everything flows together. He has this very slow style that just nonstop. It just keeps going.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. Like when I watch this show, it kind of captivates me. It kind of makes me like, takes my breath away almost. Whereas when I watch a lot of people who are honestly guilty of rushing through tech moves and concepts, or just rushing through any concepts really, my heart starts beating faster and my brain gets confused because I'm trying to keep up and process everything they're doing without appreciating what they're doing in the moment. So anyways, True Story, love your pacing and variety. These are the shows that I like personally. Now, and if I were a judge, I think you do well on my scorecard. Unfortunately, I'm not the judges here. We'll find out how you did real soon.
His digits are so nice.
Oh yeah, there we go. One thing though, True Story, if you're listening here, I would love, if you make it to the next round, for you to overlay and edit the track over your video. Because honestly, I feel like that adds extra effect to your show.
Absolutely.
You know?
editing for anyone, if you edit in the audio track to your actual video, it helps you really feel like you're getting the show. It brings that extra oomph.
Yeah, like you're there. You know, compared to showing up to a concert, right? You either stand outside the door while you listen to your favorite band play, and sure, it might be enjoyable and you might be pumped, but you don't get that full effect. Whereas when you edit your audio and sync it up over your video, oh, we feel like we're there, we're getting that show. And that's just not a word of advice for you, that's a word of advice for all competitors. I don't know, it's not gonna help you score any higher, but it does make it a much more enjoyable viewing experience.
Absolutely.
So, anyways, that's that. Those are the challengers. Now I want to move on to the open bracket. Man, the open bracket was freaking stacked. Obviously, that bracket had a majority of sponsored glovers in there. Glovers who haven't come back for a long time. They're showing their faces after a couple years of absence. We had glovers who we didn't see in season 1, but they joined in season 2, and now we get that. I mean, we got a little mix of everything. And oh man, before I go into it, top 32. Ooh, that thing is stacked. But let's talk about a few videos from top 64 before we run it.
Personally, I loved Goon's video. Goon just has no bones in his fingers at all. He just flows with everything. You were talking about E.T.
Yeah, so Goon and E.T., who else is in here? Robin, Recluse. You know, those are 4 glovers that personally I really enjoyed their entries. And the main commonality between them is they all just seem like they don't have any bones in their fingers. Like
It's just noodles.
they're just noodles. They do a lot of tech in their shows, but they add such a flowy element to it to where there's a lot of intricacy, but it still like brings me a lot of emotion. And I actually I mentioned that to Goon and Robin because I saw them this past weekend, and I told them how much I love their shows for that reason. So anyway, shout outs to you guys. Loved your videos. Really hope you make it into the next round. Find out in a few minutes. But a few others, I want notable ones. E.T. Dude, E.T. back in the day, 2012. Freaking awesome, he just has these, E.T. fingers. His fingers are long. They're just able to make things look super crazy like jellyfish. A super trippy style light show. And then finally, we had a few people come back from team, what is that?
I think it's called Vivid.
You think everyone knows it. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Team Vivid. Yeah, you know Team Vivid.
Oh, yeah.
You guys might not know Team Vivid, but Team Vivid goes way back. Some of the most beast glovers in the history of gloving. And, season 1, they weren't there. But season 2, they came back 4 members strong, into season 2. They got Toms, they got Jet, they had Sub-Zero, and they had, I forgot the last person, but he's in there. He's in the competition in one of the brackets. But
Oh, yeah.
anyways, super happy to see them.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen a Vivid Jet video, you need to search that up. That's some good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Was there anyone you were surprised to see in the bracket?
Yeah, I was actually surprised to see Toasty and Vex actually turn in their videos in on time. Wow.
It's pretty nice.
I'm just clowning on you guys. I am happy you guys turned in your videos because I was really sad to have to DQ you guys in season 1 for not turning it in on time. And this time, obviously, you guys turned it in on time. And so hopefully you guys are also good enough to make it into the next round. But thank you for that. I was actually surprised. And then again, back to the Vivid guys, I'm surprised they were in it. And honestly, I'm calling out all you other teams. You guys should go call all the old teams too. Let's try to get everyone involved because I love seeing those old school shows. Just come and represent your team. Now Team Vivid's back and they're trying to push their team out again, and I'm just so happy to see that. So, anyways, before we go into the rest, if you had to choose, what's the one glover that you're rooting for to win this thing in the open bracket?
Ooh. So I'm a big personal fan of BMO. BMO did amazing last season. I was blown away. Unfortunately, I believe he lost to Long, and you know, losses happen, but I can't wait to see what he brings this season. I hope he brings something new, fresh, and exciting. And do you have a pick for yourself?
I do.
Oh, do you?
I mean, I'll be honest. My personal favorite Glover right now is Goon. He's been one of my top favorites for a while. But you know, I've just been following his shows throughout this well, his entry video for this competition. Obviously, his shows online, and again, I just love his storytelling, the way he's able to give tech that feeling as well. And honestly, he's just an overall nice guy, very down to earth, very logical, and I just like the way he thinks about light shows, and I respect him a lot. So, Goon, I'm rooting for you. BMO, Dylan's rooting for you. And good luck to you guys. But again, good luck to all competitors. I respect a lot of you guys in here. And Jesus Christ, the top 32. Good luck, judges, because you got some crazy, crazy shit to watch after.
That's going to be hard.
But maybe, you know, why don't we, what do we got? We still have time, camera guy?
That's a yes.
That's a yes.
We always have time.
Okay, but camera guy's telling us we're taking too much of your time. So you know what? Let's just jump straight into it. We have 128 competitors in total remaining of the 256. So that's 32 for each of the brackets. I prepared 4 different graphics for the camera guy. So, you know, why don't we go ahead and show C1. Go ahead, we'll show it for like 15 seconds. Bam. And then we'll leave it on there. Congratulations to those of you that made it into the C1 bracket right there. And for all of you guys who make it into the next round, your videos are due this Sunday, November 19th, I believe, by 11:59 p.m. You guys have learned by now we are not lenient with late entries, so please don't be late because it's a straight up DQ. And then camera guy, why don't you roll up C2 so these guys can see it? There you go. Yep. Congratulations to those who made it into C2 right there. Yeah. Oh, man.
We got 2 brackets left.
2 brackets left. All right, and that's enough for you guys. C3, let's throw it up on that screen right there.
Roll it.
Bam. And you guys can actually go on gloving.com/lightson after this live stream's over, and we will have all the matchups up and ready for you to see. So there's that. And then finally, open bracket. Put it up there. Bam. Damn. So look, I don't need to say anything, and I don't think Dylan's got to say anything.
You can just look at that graphic right now.
Just look at that graphic. Look at those matchups. We got R-Dub versus Teddy. Oof. I mean, R-Dub is, I think he's just crazy in those concepts. Obviously been in the scene for a long time. And, you know, Teddy's Teddy. We don't got to tell you about that. The other matchup here, oh my God, we got E.T. versus Megatron. E.T. versus Megatron, who are both, have that Morphe techie style. So some crazy stuff there. Anyways, camera guy's giving me the dirty eye right now to wrap up this stream because he doesn't want me to talk too much anymore. So let me make sure I've covered all the important details. Okay, yeah. Anyways, competitors, please don't be late. Turn in your videos by
11:19. That's this Sunday by 11:59 p.m. PDT, specific time, and use the season 2 intro. Pretty please.
Use the season 2 intro. I mean, you guys know the rules by now. So Dylan will be coordinating with you guys in the competitors' pits. So if you have any questions, throw them in there. Me and Dylan will get to them. But I don't want to take up any more of your time. So let's cut it right there. We'll see you in 2 weeks where we reveal the top 16 across all 4 brackets. Peace.
Peace.